What's up, guys? Glock Guy 226 here. Hope you guys enjoyed the new intro. I took some time, kind of threw some clips together, added a little music. I'm still playing around with the editing stuff, trying to create the best content I can for you guys. The primary focus of this video right now is to show you guys what I think a squared away battle rifle should be. Stick around. I'm going to be going over everything that I believe should be on a defensive rifle. Now, before we get too into it, I'm going to go ahead and safety check the gun as always. And as you can see, she is indeed clear. Nothing in the mag well. Now, this BCM, guys, if you haven't seen any of my past videos on the BCM, please go check those out. I'm not really going to be going over the ins and outs of what comes on the rifle out of the box. This is a Bcm Recce 14. All in all, guys, great rifle right out of the box. There's not a whole lot this rifle needs after buying it. Now, you can take that about as far as you want to. You can still easily dump a couple $1,000s into it, or you can get by with dumping $200 or $300 to getting a squared away fighting rifle, in my opinion. The first thing that I did when I got this rifle home, I kind of knew everything I wanted on the rifle to begin with, and I kind of had it all planned out, but I did have some of the parts already. So the first thing that went on here was this Aimpoint H1. This is a 2 MOA red dot. Aimpoint speaks for itself, guys. If you're involved in the firearms community, you know Aimpoint micros are very, very highly sought after. They're very, very well proven red dots, and they get the job done. Now, they're kind of expensive, yes. Personally, I have about $300 in this red dot and mount setup. Now, that is with a series of trades that led up to me getting this at the deal I did. But if you look for these deals, guys, they are out there. Not very often you come across an Aimpoint for that price, but they are out there, guys. You just really have to do the footwork. You have to put in the work to find the deals on this stuff. Now, some of the other products on here I also got really good deals on by buying them used. The Midwest Industry sights are the latest thing I put on this rifle. I just got them in yesterday, and hopefully we can get them to focus there. I ended up getting the front sight, the rear sight, shipped to my door for $120. Now, for a quality set of iron sights, you're usually going to pay roughly $100 a sight. It's just the way it is, and I really didn't want to do that. That's really expensive for some iron sights. But I really also wanted to have a squared away set of iron sights. Now, Magpul M-Bus sights, guys, the polymer sights, have always worked for me. I still own a set of them. They get the job done. They're light, they're reliable, they're proven. But for this rifle, I really wanted stuff on the accessories to be where I didn't have to worry about them. I just didn't have to second guess anything on this rifle. Now, the stuff that's on this rifle will far exceed what I will probably ever put it through. But I just wanted to build the quality of a rifle that, like I said, I just don't have to worry about anything going down. Now, iron sights on a rifle, guys, are a very, very important part of any system, in my opinion. Sometimes more important than your actual red dot. Now, the chances of the Aimpoint failing are very, very unlikely, but it could happen. What if a battery runs out? What if you crack a lens? A lot of things could happen, and yes, something could happen to the iron sights, guys, but chances are these irons, nothing's going to happen to them, and worst case scenario, you do have them as a backup. Now, like I said, I think every defensive rifle, self-defense, SHTF, whatever you want to call it for your rifle, should have a good set of backup sights. Now, what good is for you, whether it is a set of Magpul M-Bus sights, or you want to spend $300 on some Knights Armament sights, that's up to you. For me, these Midwest Industries flip-ups will definitely do the job, and the price point I got them at, I'm very happy with. The past video I made was on this light. Now, this is a Streamlight Protac Rail Mount 2, about 625 lumens. Really, really like it because it has the exact same mounting setup as a Surefire Scout. And if you guys know anything about the Surefire products, they have a huge, huge support for aftermarket products. Now, this BCM light mount here was also something I bought And it's nice because the light just bolted right to it. 2 screws, same mounting hardware as a Surefire Scout. So there are tons of different mounts you can get for this light. Sits very close, very tucked into the rifle. Came with the pressure pad, all the mounting hardware. You just can't beat the quality and what you get for $100 with this light, guys. Now, I really wanted a Scout style light. You know, I had a Streamlight TLR1 on here, which is a pistol light, which I don't see anything wrong with running a pistol light on a rifle. I've done it for a long time. That light actually went on another rifle, and like I said, I just don't see anything wrong with it. I've never had a problem with it. But for this rifle, I really wanted to get a Scout style light with a pressure pad, and I'm glad I did. Now, in the light setup with the BCM mount, I have about 140 bucks. I have a separate video on that, going really in depth on all the specs of the light and kind of comparing it to some of the others out there. So go check that video out if you're more interested in the light setup. Now, another thing I recently did was throw these BCM key mod rail covers on, and then the BCM CAG. Now, the rail covers are great. This rail did get a little hot. I ran 400 rounds through it the other day at the range, and it did heat up quite a bit. So having these rail covers on is definitely a bonus. Doesn't add much weight. They were like $9 for the whole pack, so you know you can't go wrong with doing that. I've seen a lot of rail covers out there that are bulky and big, and you know I've never been a fan of that kind of stuff. So these BCM rail covers really don't add much thickness to it. They don't add any weight. They're cheap. It was just a good way to go for a key mod system. Now, as for the BCM CAG, I've never liked angled foregrips on my rifle. I've never cared for vertical foregrips personally. And I picked up a rifle at a gun shop that had the BCM CAG on it. Now, when you pick this up, what's great about it is your hand goes right into place every time. And if it doesn't, say you come up here when you bring your rifle up, say your rifle's slung, you bring your rifle up, you slide your hand right back and it locks right into place of where you're comfortable at to shoot every single time. It's very minimalist, doesn't add any weight, doesn't add much bulk, and like I said, underneath the hand is really what kind of bugged me with all the angled foregrips and stuff, because I like having a good grip on my rail. Just gives me more control over the rifle, just really makes me feel better when shooting, and the CAG really lets me keep a good hold of the rail, but also keep my hand exactly where I want it every time. Now when I'm shooting with the CAG, I can also pull the rifle back into my shoulder, just really steadies the rifle up. So another thing that I think is very important to any defensive rifle is a sling. Now this is a Blue Force Gear Vickers sling. This is the second Vickers sling that I have bought from Blue Force Gear. I've always ran Magpul slings in the past, such as like the MS2, MS3, and they're great slings. I actually still run one on my Arsenal AK. Love it. It's not a bad sling. But I really like the minimalist approach of these Blue Force Gear Vickers slings. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Now these do not come with the quick detaches. I had to order those separate, and they're also something I really like having on my rifles. Now the great thing about the adjustable slings, like whether it be this or the Magpul MS3, you know, you can keep this rifle pretty tight to your body when you're doing transitions as far as pistol drills, coming back to the rifle, and even with this sling where I have it adjusted for my body type, at its tightest, I can still walk with this, keep it tight to the body, but then deploy the rifle and, you know, still have complete function over it. Now what's nice is I could also loosen it up and really be able to move this around any which way I wanted to. And if I need to get this sling off in a timely manner, I can go ahead and pop that quick detach off and the rifle's free from my body. Now with slings, guys, there's a lot of different uses of slings. Most of us will use a sling to wear, to throw over our body, to pretty much carry the rifle on our person. Now a sling is also used for keeping the rifle away from anybody that may try to take it from you. Now the chances of any of us seeing that, or at least the chances of me seeing that, I should say, I'm not going to speak for anybody else, are very unlikely. I probably won't ever be in a battle with this gun and have to worry about somebody taking it from me. But chances are, even in a home invasion, say you're you know, rocking your AR-15, you hear a bump in the night, that burglar may try to take your rifle from you. So having a sling is very important, guys. You could also use your sling in a couple different ways to stabilize the rifle. Now this isn't adjusted exactly where I need it, but such as wrapping it around your arm to stabilize the rifle, and I've done that for quite a while too. There's just a lot of really cool things you can do with the sling. So when you're looking for a sling, guys, just figure out what you want in a sling. There's a lot of guys that like to run single point slings, and I'm just not a single point sling kind of guy. I have one or two of them. They do work, but I always go back to my 2-point slings. So you really just need to look for what you think you need in a sling. But this Blue Force Gear Vickers sling, guys, I could highly recommend it. Like I said, very minimalist, very tough, and everything you need, nothing you don't. Now another thing I went ahead and threw on here is the Magpul Bad Lever. Now, there's a lot of mixed controversy over these things. I had a Phase 5, I'm not sure if they call it the Bad Lever, but it's the same exact, I think they just call it the extended bolt release. But same principle, you know, and I got used to running that for a long time. Now what I like about it is I can lock the bolt open very, very easily if I want to. Instead of having to hold it, switch hands, rack it, lock the bolt back, I can just basically bring my rifle up, lock it, boom, good to go. Now, getting used to releasing your bolt like that is a little bit of a different story. Sorry guys, my wife's calling. I try to stick to, as far as releasing my bolt goes, you know, normal transition, or not transition, but normal drill of hitting that bolt release with my hand, throwing my mag in, hitting it, and being good to go. There are some times if I'm out at the range and stuff that I will use it in that manner of just hitting it with my finger, but I really try to stick to hitting that bolt release with my left hand. Now that comes into play of how you choose to train and what you choose to do with your rifle. But I think the Magpul Bad Lever for 20 bucks, I think it is a great addition to the rifle. Now that pretty much goes over everything that I wanted to do to my BCM to make it a great self-defense rifle in my opinion. So before we go, guys, I want to give a big thank you to all my subscribers, all you guys that support the channel, for 850 subscribers. Now, we're getting really close to that 1,000 point. When we do, we're going to have a really cool giveaway. I'm not going to really tell you guys what it is yet. I'm still kind of figuring some of it out. But as we get closer to that point, I will make something up, put a video out, letting you guys know what's going on and how to enter that. Now, as for my channel, I've been really trying to improve my channel, guys. As far as doing stuff to the background, getting rid of that old cabinet I had back there, improving my editing skills, trying to get out and get more shooting footage. I'm just really trying to improve the channel. Now that I see that I have gained a decent audience rather quickly, I am trying to put out the best content I can for you guys. And one way I have found out to do that, with a little help from my buddy Jonathan over at Tactical Toolbox, is to become an Amazon affiliate. Now what that means is, say I do a video. Now in all my videos, no matter what I go over, whether it's an aim point, a light, whatever, I put product links in the description box below. Now with me being an Amazon affiliate, I could put those product links in the description box and link them to Amazon. So if you guys click on that product, happen to buy it, I get a percentage of that sale. Now it's not a big percentage by any means, guys, but I was really happy to find a way to help generate a little bit of revenue for the channel, and it's not going to cost you guys anything to do. When you go buy that product from Amazon, if you do, it doesn't cost you any extra to donate to the channel. Amazon automatically deducts it from, you know, their sale. So I thought that was a really cool thing, and I really want to thank Jonathan of Tactical Toolbox for helping me out with that. He's a very bright guy and a very good guy at that. I've experienced a lot of really cool people in the gun community as far as YouTubers go, subscribers. All in all, there's just a lot of really good people. And Jonathan from Tactical Toolbox, I really do thank you, man. I really do appreciate all your help and support. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the 850 subs. Please like this video, sub to the channel if you haven't already, and have a good night, guys.